All right, everybody, welcome. My name is Mohammed. This video is on behalf of rightsoffathers.com. It is a website, or I should say a business that I started to help single fathers and maybe single mothers, but mostly to help single fathers to get custody back of their children, or at least to settle on terms that they want. The reason for this is because I, of course, went through the same thing. I went through the epitome of the worst possible baby mama experience anybody can have in this world. I mean, I'm talking about like the worst, you know what I'm saying? So trust me, I know I've been through whatever scenario that you can possibly imagine. And the crazy thing is, while I'm going through that experience, I realized that the whole system is screwed up, and that the entire system is designed to go against the father. So when you're actually going through it, you're going to see that nobody is going to help you. All the resources that's available is to help the mother. There's nothing out there for the fathers. And when you reach out for somebody to help you, nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to help you, especially when it comes to child custody specifically. Nobody is going to help you if you're a man. And that's the reason why I created this channel, to help single fathers get their kids back. And I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. It's probably the hardest thing that you're ever going to go through. It depends, it depends. If the mother is, if she's crazy, or like a feminist, or like you guys broke up in bad terms and she has some sort of vendetta against you, it's going to be tough. But if you have a cooperative mother, and if you don't have the state involved, it's gonna be a lot easier. Also, it's gonna be way harder if you're married and you divorce, because you're gonna be controlled by the marriage license, and you're gonna be under the jurisdiction of the state that you were married under. And at that point, the state has the upper hand as far as how to decide, who gets custody. And 99% of the time, they're going to side with the mother, because the mother, she's the one that signed, all the contracts, all the way from birth, to school, to everything, involving the child. I don't know whether this, channel is going to grow or not, but I'm just making it available for any father that's going to need help. I'm going to make it available for about 2 years. And if anybody that has some sort of, child custody case, or, a divorce or anything like that, I can help you with that. Because I went through the worst of the worst of the worst. And I'll probably document my experience. I have, receipts to show you. I mean, you're not going to believe what I went through. You literally would not believe what I had to go through. And I'm still going through it, largely because I made a lot of mistakes in the legal proceeding, because I had to learn the hard way. And when I finally figured out what was going on, that's when the court started to play real games with me, games that I didn't even know existed. Like like some shadowy kind of stuff. Like I'm serious. Like, you would not believe the extent they're gonna go to stop you from seeing your own child. They're gonna take it to as extreme as they want, based on how bad you want your child, especially if you're somebody that really cares about your child. They're really gonna put you through the ringer. I'm telling you that for sure. You know, I'm just, you know, at this point, you know, I'm okay. I'm not like traumatized or anything, but at first I was, and I went to, I mean, whatever legal help that's out there, I've been through it. Trust me. And when I say nobody's gonna help you, I'm not joking. I'm serious. I mean, you probably, you know, if you have a child and you're going through custody, you probably, you know, realize that by now. I don't know if you have an attorney or not, but you're gonna spend a lot of money. Well, you're gonna waste a lot of money is what I mean to say, because they're not gonna do shit for you. All they're gonna do is, you know, if you're lucky, if you have a really good attorney, the best they can do is settle. But yeah, if you got like child support you want to get rid of, you know, I can help with that also. You know, it's actually, child support is not hard at all to get rid of. The hardest thing, and I'm talking about in any legal, anything, you know, any legal branch of the government, the child custody is the worst. I'm telling you, it's completely twisted. There's no, like, they don't follow any procedures, you know, like they cheat, you know, they try to, you know, put dirt on you and false accusations, and I mean, they're gonna put your families against you. They're gonna use people against you. I mean, they were playing me so bad that I couldn't even trust my own friends, you know, like, I'm serious, because they literally went to that extreme, you know. And I have a feeling the reason why they put me through the ringer was because I actually cared about my child, and when I actually discovered all the dirt that they did to him, the state is protecting all the agencies that did all the bullshit to my son, like, you know, putting him through, you know, psychiatric trauma, and, you know, just, I mean, it literally hurts my heart to even talk about it. But I will talk about it. I have all the documents, you know, videos. I have friends that I'm gonna invite that will attest to everything that I'm talking about. So you'll see, you know, if you really got a child custody case, you know, you need somebody, you know, either, you know, you need to open some law books and start reading, or you better find some support, because I'm telling you, they are going to run you through the ringer, like, no joke. So, like I said, this channel is dedicated for all the single fathers. On some, like, extreme situations, you know, on individual basis, I'll look into, you know, helping mothers, but my focus is really for fathers. I don't really care about mothers, because they got the whole world to help them. They got the state, all these local agencies. The whole world is literally designed to help women, you know. So somebody has to help the fathers, because we are getting killed out there. Like, I'm telling you, like, I mean, I'm honestly predicting that there's gonna be a negative child birth, you know, in this, at least in the West, simply due to their completely twisted bullshit ass system, you know, in terms of child custody laws. And I honestly, I blame the men, you know what I'm saying? Because they're the dumbass men. They're the ones that co-sign all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Because they allowed all this bullshit as, like, Me Too movements and all this shit, and, you know, affect, you know, the system when it comes to child custody, to the extent that it's completely sideways, you know what I'm saying? Like, off scale, you know, in favor of one side over the other. It's not balanced. The scale of justice is definitely not balanced when it comes to child custody. So I'm gonna take this as far as I can go. I'm gonna put out everything that I need everything out there to help all the single fathers simply because of the pain that I went through, you know. And if I can help one person, you know, I feel like I would have done my job. So, you know, whoever out there, you know, going through child custody case, I sympathize with you. I'm sorry to say it's gonna be a bad experience, you know. It's gonna be, I mean, it's really gonna get everything out of you, you know, like, I mean, you know, everybody has different, you know, experiences, but, man, when it comes to child custody with regards to males, oh, man, it's totally against us, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. The best thing that I would recommend is don't get married. Do not get a marriage license, especially under the state, you know, because once you sign that marriage license, you basically give up all power to the state, you know, to basically dictate, you know, what happens after the dissolution of marriage. If you really want to get married to somebody, which I do not recommend, it's completely idiotic in this day and age, but if you really want to get married, you want to do a private arrangement, you know. I'm sure you could Google, you know, like common law kind of marriages, or, you know, religious kind of marriage. But whatever you want to do not get married with involving the state. I'm telling you that right now. If you want to ruin your life, go ahead and do it. But if you're really not sure, or, you know, you're not aware of the ramifications of marriage, I recommend that you look up the statistics on the divorce rates, and also I'll recommend you actually go to a family court and just sit there for one day and just listen to what actually happens there. You know, they're all closed proceedings, so it's all private, so nothing is public, so nobody actually knows what happens until it happens to them, and then they're like, oh shit, the system is effed. Yep. Yes, it is. I mean, even though, like, you know, the system, you know, it's pretty decent when it comes to, like, criminal, civil cases. The rules of procedure is pretty normal. You know, it can help, you know, actual victims or whatever. But when it comes to child custody, you have never seen so much corruption in your life. I promise you that. So, I'm basically saying this to say, I want to be your advocate. I want to support. I want to be that support that I didn't have when I was going through it. I mean, it's just so crazy. Like, I was, you know, hurting and going through everybody that knows anything about the law. You know, obviously the first thing I did was go through attorneys, and, you know, after wasting tens of thousands of dollars, I realized, oh man, these guys are just a scam. They're just literally just, you know, draining me and making my case even worse, you know, because I went from having, you know, 50-50, and after spending, like, you know, $20,000 on lawyers, I ended up losing all custody, you know what I'm saying? So I fired my lawyer right in court, you know what I'm saying? And when I realized the whole scam, when I fired my lawyer, then the judge was like, okay, I can accept that, but are you going to represent yourself? And that's when reality hit me. I was like, whoa, excuse, I'm gonna, you know what, Judge? Disregard what I just said. Carry on. You know, that's literally what happened. And so yeah, basically I lost complete custody of my kid, because of that sweet incident, because of the graciousness of my lawyers. And when I went home, I was devastated, and I didn't know what to do. And it was at that moment that I realized, nobody's going to help me, I realized lawyers ain't going to do shit. They can't do shit, you know what I'm saying? They literally can't, because their hands are tied, because once you sign up with a lawyer, you're literally giving up your rights, and because you're handcuffed, you give up all your rights. The lawyers are under the control of the state, so they can only go with what the state wants, So the weird thing is, when I fired my lawyer, he was just about getting ready to send me a $30,000 bill. After he got $20,000 from me, he had like a whole $30,000 bill he was just about to send me. And thankfully, even though I didn't know what I was doing, I fired him. I didn't have to pay him that $30. I mean, I wouldn't have paid him anyway, but it was just crazy that, I was gonna lose my kid and lose 50 grand all at the same time. So after I fired my lawyer, I didn't know I didn't know anything about the law. I mean, I knew like the extreme basics, like the shit that people see on TV, and so I started just like looking up anything to do with like resource help, and you are gonna be shocked. There is nothing out there for fathers. Like whoever I reach out to, like I'm talking about, like nobody helps when it comes to the fathers, but when it comes to the mothers, oh man, dude, when I go to court, the mom literally has like the whole world helping her. She got the state, the schools, some random school psychologists. I mean, like some secret letters, like all like, it's crazy, man. Like I'm telling you, you need help. Like if you're going through child custody, you shouldn't do it on your own unless you know the law. If you don't know the law, I still don't get a lawyer, but at the same time, you need to find help. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I come in. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm just telling you that I've been through this for over 10 years. Okay, I learned something. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of receipts. I got proof. I got friends that I'm gonna invite to my channel that's gonna attest to all the things that I've done. I've got video footage of me being in court. So I'm gonna release all that, but in time. I'm not gonna release it now because I'm still going through some, the final conclusion, the final touches of my child's case. So I can't really release all this stuff till it's completely over. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I really want to help fathers, because man, it's like it's the worst pain you could possibly imagine. I mean, if you actually like really care about your child, and for somebody just rip them off of your life, I mean, I can't think of any worse experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's my life purpose. Maybe that's something that I was born to help people with. I mean, I don't understand why I went through the experience. I'm still, because I was like the last person you could think of to go through this kind of experience, but nobody's immune to, I'm just a human. Nobody's immune to anything, anything can happen to anybody. So I realize that now, and that's why I'm here, to help single fathers, I am so passionate about child custody cases. I mean, I've learned so much from child custody cases, man. I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I'm pretty close, you know what I'm saying? Like the stories that I went through, like the things that I've seen in court, like you're never gonna believe, like you'll never believe this actually happens in 2022. You're gonna think like, nah, this can't be real. But I'm telling you, man, every single day, fathers are getting drained. Fathers are getting derailed by the system, by single mothers. So I guess that's the reason why people like me exist, to stand up against that kind of injustice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just sit around and let them do this, but at the same time, I'm just one person. How much can I do? All I can do is help my son. But there's a lot of fathers out there, man, that really need help, and I'm here. I'm here to help you guys. But obviously, nobody knows about me, so I gotta start making a lot of videos to put myself out there. So hopefully, a father going through this experience can get some benefit. Even if you don't talk to me or whatever, I'll still put out enough content to where I'll at least help you, figure something out. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but at least you're going to be in a better position that you were in. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, the most important thing is, if you're going through a child custody case, the most important thing is don't sign anything. Don't agree to anything. Don't make any statements. Don't say anything. Don't, what else am I missing? What's really important that you guys should know about? I mean, that's like the major things, okay, for somebody that's actually going through child custody case, another major recommendation is don't get a lawyer. Trust me, do not get a lawyer, because you actually are going to give up all your rights when you have a lawyer, and all the power that you have is gonna dissipate if you sign up with a lawyer. Okay, do not sign up with a lawyer. I know it's intimidating, all that crap, but I'm telling you, just don't do it, man. Do not do it. But what's also super important, don't get emotional. Also, do not don't send any text messages and emails, or stop calling and all that bullshit. Anything that you say or do will be used against you. I'm not playing. Do not, react. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only real weapon that they have against you, is to get you to react. So do not react, okay? Trust me, I reacted. I did all the mistakes that I'm telling you, not to do. And that's the reason why I'm recommending that you don't, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made. Okay, what else is really important that you should know? If you're married, it's gonna be hard. But there is one way. But I can't talk about this, on YouTube. So you're gonna have to schedule a consultation with me to get out of that marriage contract, because it's not easy, man. I'm telling you, because the marriage contract is one of the worst contracts that you can pretty much sign. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what's also important? Okay, child support. I know child support is something that destroys single fathers, especially black people, black fathers. I'm gonna give you guys a little secret on how to deal with child support. Okay, the number one thing that you want to think about is, if you want to take care of your child, right? You can do that privately. You do not have to involve the state, because what happens is, when you involve the state, that money that you're sending to the mom or whatever, the only portion of that goes to her. Part of that goes to the state, and once you're inside of that loop, they're gonna have the power to garnish your wages. They could issue a warrant for non-payment. Let's say you get fired. You know what I'm saying? They can revoke your passport, trap you in America, so you can't escape. So, what I'll recommend is, if you really want to get out of it, Well, I'll say first thing is talk to me. But if you don't want to talk to me, what you don't want to do is do not accept any benefits. Meaning, do not sign up for any like free stuff from the government, like benefits and like food stamps and whatever. I forgot what those things that you sign up for to get milk. Don't sign up for like Section 8 or don't accept anything. I'm talking about not even, don't even accept stimulus checks. I'm telling you, like, if you accept anything from the government, right, any kind of benefit, I don't care what it is. And when I say like benefit, I mean like if you beg the government for something and they ask for your ID and your social security number, that's a benefit. Once you do that, right, you are going to be bound to child support. I'm just telling you, it's just a secret, okay? Nobody is going to ever tell you about this, but I'm telling you this right now. What else is important? Don't sign up for like, child care assistance or nothing, You're going to have to man up and you're going to have to pay for everything. Take care of your child, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you want to support your child, if your baby mama is poor or whatever, have a private agreement with her. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, let's say the child support is $100 a month, right? Just tell her, hey, let me write this contract. It's something easy. Just make sure you date it, your name, your address, her name, and you put the terms like, I agree to give you $100 every month, blah blah, and then sign it. Both of you guys sign it. You know what I'm saying? And then just support her that way. But you don't need to involve child support for anything. And it's up to you, obviously, to convince your baby mama. But if she's, like one of those crazy ones like mine, she ain't gonna agree to that. Then you're gonna have to put her through the ringer like I did. I had to give her the, you know what I'm saying? So, then just schedule a consultation with me and I'll tell you how to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? Geez, I didn't realize this video was for like this long, but I got so much to talk about, man, when it comes to child custody. Like, oh my God, you won't believe how messed up it is, man. Another important thing, don't ever agree to a guardian ad litem. The state's gonna force it, but don't ever agree to it. Don't sign anything. Don't pay them shit. Don't pay them $1. Don't do nothing. Just keep playing the game. As long as you don't have a lawyer and you're confident, you don't show fear. You just show up to the proceeding. Try not to say anything, if you can. Let your paperwork do all the talking. So, meaning, make sure you understand the procedures. All the family law procedures are pretty much all the same, I would play defense, don't play offense when it comes to family court, okay? Meaning, like, try to avoid the court as much as possible. Try to settle with the mom privately before you go to court, okay? It's like Matthew 5:25. Look up Matthew 5:25 from the Bible. Settle with your adversary before you go to court, or the judge is going to throw you to the bailiff, and the bailiff will make sure you pay every penny to that freaking state, okay? To the crown. So, just settling. What I mean by settling is, you wanna put something in writing where, you're stating your terms. Like, let's say in the event that you're separating with your baby mama or whatnot, your wife or whatever, agree to something. Yeah, hey, you know what? We can separate. You can go your way. I can go my way. But I still want to be part of my son's life or daughter's life. So I want 50-50, you know what I'm saying? every father, you have the right to 50-50. Don't let nobody tell you that otherwise, okay? You are the father. Especially in law, you actually have all the rights, you know, because that's your genetic DNA. That's your property. That's your property according to the law. So, but when you step into court, though, they're gonna make it seem like, you know, you have zero rights, and that's simply because, you know, they have some sort of control over your child, maybe through, you know, maybe through the Social Security number or some contracts that the mom signed him under, and somehow he is considered abandoned property and the state, you know, claimed him, so they're in control of that property. So it's going to be a little harder that way. But in any case, settle with the mother, meaning dictate all your terms in writing, send it to her by certified mail return receipt. Get her to agree to something, and if she doesn't, at least you've made that effort, and then when you go to court, you've already won. But if you just walk into court willy-nilly, I'm telling you, man, they gonna run you through the grinder, okay? They gonna turn you into a boneless, no, actually, you know what? They're gonna turn you into a hamburger, ground beef. That's what they're gonna turn you into, okay? So, anyway, I made it to my destination. I hope you got something out of this video. I'm going to be making tons of video, but just give me a little bit of time, okay? All right. Until next time.